afternoon and welcome to Meditation Online Ireland. My name is Victoria. It's usually Alan who leads this meditation, but I'm filling in this week. Very happy to be here and to connect with those of you who are tuning in Ireland. We'll just play some music for a few minutes to give 2 or 3 people a chance to get online, or even more. So do take a few minutes to make sure you're comfortable wherever you are sitting. You can just close your eyes, put your hands with palms facing upward on your lap, and start to let the outside drop away and bring attention inside. We can take a few nice deep breaths. We'll just wait one more minute or two and then get started. You may have noticed, if you've joined before, that we tend to play Indian classical music for these meditations. There's a reason for that. Back in the ancient times, when there were sages meditating in the forests or in the hills, their entire attention was on their spirit, how to unite with their spirit, how to nourish their spirit, and how to connect with this all-pervading energy, which is the life source. Now, aside from their trying to silence the mind, purify themselves, their desires, they also used things like music. Music was created to complement or decorate the silence, as they said. And then music which decorates silence rather than disturbs it is also very helpful to establish a state of meditation. You can always experiment, put on any kind of music, sit down, close your eyes, and just see what effect it has on your mental state, your state of relaxation, your emotions. Something to try out. Now let's keep our left hand open on our lap with the palm facing upward. And with our right hand, we're going to start at the base of the spine in front of our body, again with that palm facing upward as well. We're just going to slowly raise this energy from the base of the spine up to the top of the head. When we get to the top of the head, we can give a little massage to our scalp, which helps to settle our attention there. Now we can do that 2 more times, where we slowly raise our right hand, supporting this energy which is inside of us, and bringing it up to the crown of the head. Now the 3rd time, once we've given a little massage to the scalp, we can raise our hand a few inches above the head. Just notice if we feel any sensation on the palm of the hand, a little warm or cool. This is something you might not feel at first. You may very well, but if you don't, it's fine. It's just nice to get used to trying to feel this energy, because it is a living, actual energy. It isn't something we imagine. It's something in our central nervous system. So it's nice to get sensitive to it. That can happen quickly for some, take quite a while for others. But it's nice to just get used to it. It's like a new language, and we can just start to learn the basics. Let's put our right hand back on our lap. We'll take a breath in and hold it for as long as is comfortable. Then we can exhale and hold the breath out for as long as is comfortable. Now at our own rhythm, we can do that a few more times. Breathing is another ancient technique, very widely used to help slow down or stop the thoughts and to bring our system into balance. Now let's place our right hand on the heart along the left-hand side. You may have done this before with the exercise of awakening this energy. And with our hand in this position, we silently affirm, I am the pure spirit. This is a very significant affirmation because it identifies us with our spirit rather than our thoughts, our emotions, our frustrations, worries, desires, because we are deeper than all of those things. And when we can identify or start to identify with our spirit, we have a very different perspective on life, and we also can tune into that joy which is within us all the time, that's just covered over. Now we can move our right hand up to where the neck and shoulder join on the left-hand side. We turn our heads a little bit to the right. And here we're going to affirm, I am not guilty at all. Guilt is something that basically just allows us to avoid facing ourselves or what we've done. So we want to dismiss the guilt, face ourselves, and move on. So we can say, I am not guilty at all. Let's put our right hand across the forehead. We can lean our head a little bit forward so that we're resting it in our hand. Now this sixth energy center is the most constricted, and we can open it just by being in a state of forgiveness. Without thinking whether we're able to forgive or not, we simply affirm, I forgive everyone, including myself. And then we can stretch our right hand and place the palm of the hand on the crown of the head. We can massage the scalp as we were doing before. Best is in a clockwise direction. And here we can ask this motherly energy within us. Mother, please, may I be in a state of true meditation. Then let's raise the right hand again above the top of the head. We'll keep our attention where we've got our hand, and then we can return our hand to our lap and just sit for a few moments. we can keep this meditative silence. And I'll just play an excerpt of a video of a public program given by Srimataji, the founder of this meditation that we do. She describes it better than any of us could. So with your hands, with our hands nicely open on our lap, we can watch and listen, and again, just keep attention on our inner state. And have an open mind and a relaxed feeling inside.
I bow to all the seekers of truth. First of all, we have to know what is the truth. People are seeking all over, but they don't know what they are seeking and what should they get after they are seeking. This seeking can lead you into many diverse directions. Some of them could be very, very dangerous and absolutely misleading. And many must have also felt that. I'm sure there are many who have found it out, but they think there is no way they can return. The seeking is very simple to understand, that you want to know yourself. All the time we say, I want this, I like this, I that. But who is this I? What is it? Who is this one myself? What am I? Do I know anything about myself? It's very superficial knowledge we have about ourselves. Everybody has said, all the religions have said, you should know yourself. There's no difference on this point. Actually, in all religions, if you go in the essence, there's no difference. According to time, it was a little bit stressed on one point and sometimes on another point. But the fundamental thing is that you have to know yourself. And how do you know yourself is the point. People will say, do this, give up everything, give up your family, give up everything, wear this kind of dress, cut your hair or shave your hair and all that nonsense. It's so outward. If you put little bit of your intelligence, you'll see it's all outward. It's so skin deep, it has no meaning. So what has to happen? We talk of a last breakthrough of the evolution. How do you achieve it? When you are evolved up to the state of human beings, we have to know one thing for definite, that there's something missing within us. Otherwise, the world would have been a most beautiful place, the paradise to live in. But something wrong with the human beings, and what is that? Is to understand how we have come through evolution. And as human beings, there are so many things of the animal stage lingering within us. The way we talk, the way we try to appraise others, the way we talk to sort of dominate others, the way we want to snatch everything, the way we are only worried about our food, this, that. All this is not really noble human beings' sides. These are all lingering from that animal instinct. All right, we have to accept, because we are human beings, so they have to be there. Nothing so much frightening. But also we have one more thing, that we think. And we think and think and think and think no end of ourselves. Sometimes we think we should protest for this. Sometimes we feel that we must become very violent. All these things are coming from our human mind. Animals won't be violent for something just for violence sake. They'll be violent, all right, but for their own purpose of killing some animal or something. But here we have groups and groups of people who just enjoy violence. This is another development in the human awareness, I think, that we enjoy destruction of others. But also there is a seeking. This is the sign that people want their evolution. They want to evolve into a better personality. That they want to become something which is complete. Now, how do you achieve it? Now, I must say that we have not achieved our evolution ourselves up to the human level. So to achieve a higher awareness, there must be some arrangement between us. And that is the arrangement we are not aware of. And that arrangement is that within you is the power, it's your own power to give you this last breakthrough through the awakening of that power. Already you have been told about it. It exists, it is there, and it is the right of every human being to get his self-knowledge, self-realization. Sahaja, Sah means born with you. With you is born the right. And why should we not ask under fundamental rights society that we should have our self-realization, which is your own? It is there already placed within you. You don't have to do anything. Of course, you can't pay for it. How much did you pay for your evolution so far? And how can it be different from different people? Because in every human being, this power, which we call as Kundalini, exists, whether he is white, black, yellow, blue, any color. Whether he belongs to north or south, any place. Whether he belongs to this country or that country, they all have this power universally placed in their Kundalini. Even if I say everybody has a heart, so why should you have differentiation? But this mind, this human mind creates this differentiation and these problems, saying that, of course, they are not of our country, they don't belong to our group. And like animals, again, we start getting into groups of different, denomination. Like some people have their fork and spoon put this way, so they are one group. Some people drink coffee, so they have a group like that. You see. We are very good at forming groups. This is also animal instinct, I think, that we try to form groups of such stupid things. And then we can have wars, because we must fight. We are a group, something great, so we should fight others. All these instincts that are within us are inherited. They have come to us. They say it is in our genes. Still, can we change the genes? Can we transform our personality into something higher? And for that, I tell you, there is a power within us. All of you have that power within you.
Now, this power which Shumataji was just speaking about is in our sacrum bone until the time that it's awakened. And even when it is awakened, it can go back down in its potential form unless we invite it again to come up. We do that with our hands, as we were doing earlier, by raising the right hand along the spinal cord, spinal column, and massaging the top of the head. We also do it with our attention. But the truth is that this energy comes up by itself. If we're in balance and have a sincere desire, it will just come up on its own. So before we finish, let's just do a short exercise to balance our left and right channels. And we'll keep the left hand open on our lap, place the right hand in a relaxed way towards the ground. If you're on a chair, you can just let your right arm hang towards the ground. If you're on the floor, you can place your hand on the ground. And we'll just let anything that's blocking the left channel, any tiredness, negative emotions, depressed thoughts, any of that can just be pulled into the Mother Earth, which has this great power to absorb and to give energy back. Make sure our breathing is nice and regular. Now we can place the right hand back on our lap, and we'll just point the fingers of our left hand towards the sky, the palm facing backwards, so we bend our elbow. A kind of chimney effect, so anything from the right channel, overactivity, whether it's mental or physical, just the stress of the day, anything which tends to be more of a heated nature, is evacuated up, because heat rises, so it's evacuated up into the air element, which is also a great purifier. We use the elements a lot in Saj Yoga. So we can keep our attention just gently at the top of the head. While we evacuate the heat from the right channel. Now let's bring our left hand back to our lap, and once more with our right hand we'll slowly raise this energy starting at the sacrum level up to the top of the head. And give a massage to the top of the head when we get there, and lift our hand a few inches above. Just see what we notice. Now let's put both hands with our palms facing upward. We'll just bring them up so that they're about at the level of our heart. Again, we'll just kind of take stock of what we're feeling in our hands. Cool, warm, nothing, tingling. Everyone's sensations will be a little bit different. But as this energy gets more and more activated, it will send these messages through our hands just to let us know the state of our subtle system. practice, it can be a great tool for healing ourselves. Now I think it's time, but I'll leave the music on for a few more minutes if anyone wants to just sit a bit longer with eyes closed and our hands on our lap. Thank you so much for joining. It was a great pleasure. Hope to meditate with you again sometime soon. So wish everyone a wonderful week, and do try to sit for a few minutes every day if you can. It does make a big difference. Regular practice establishes this energy more strongly, more active in our system, and you'll just watch things will start to change in a very good way. And also just keep an eye on your attention. Where does it go? Once we start understanding what our attention is, not understanding, but let's say realizing that we do have this attention which goes from here to there, then we can begin the process of mastering it. And with our attention mastered, we're again able to use this energy much more fully for ourselves and for those around us. So on that note, wish you all a good night, and we'll meet again soon.